It's quite obvious to me that this is the Word of God, because there's nobody could write such a book unless it was divinely inspired.
Yeah.
This is what is obvious to me. I can't give any reason for thinking this, but because I understand our Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. He hadn't been to the school. He was a righteous, a very good man, and had a lot of respect in his community. A leader, a quiet man, well-mannered man. But he wasn't an educated. He was illiterate.
Yeah.
So how is it possible for the Quran to have been sort of written down without divine guidance?
Inspiration and guidance.
This is what I felt without anybody telling me to say this. And this is the way I felt about it and believe. This is the way.
Excellent.
And we don't make comparisons with other religious books, but the Christian Bible, of course, a lot of it is right. But it is confusing because there are different versions, and not only that, many people have changed the words, and the beauty of the Quran is that it hasn't been changed.
Yes. Yes.
This strikes a person, even somebody who's with no real religious background. It's apparent to me. And I can't explain it.
Yeah, that's very good. Actually, many people have said this, and many people accepted Islam just by reading the Quran. And sometimes, in a few cases, or in a number of cases, people accepted Islam just by listening to Quran. And in many cases, when people read the Quran and see how profound the Quran is, and the miracles mentioned in the Quran, and some of the scientific facts mentioned in the Quran, no one could imagine that this was produced by this uneducated or illiterate person 1400 years ago.
This is very true, and I have somebody who's given me a copy of the Quran, and unfortunately the letters are a little bit small, and I'm not able to read it very quickly. But this is very true. This is very true.
Okay.
Marvelous.
Okay. What is your now you are at the age of 85. You are a very mature person. Do you really feel a big difference in terms of your tranquility, satisfaction, happiness between this time now after you accepted Islam and before accepting?
Yes, I have. It made me feel a lot better, both sort of spiritually and obviously, and also physically. I try to take as much exercise as I can, and my days, I don't sit at home so much. I seem to have more spirit in me, and of course I'm observing the prayers at home.
MashaAllah.
I find sometimes it's late at night you have to persevere very, and not only that. When I come, I've only been maybe twice to a congregation in a mosque. And yes, I'm not. The mind is working slowly, and sometimes you can't keep up with other people.
Yes.
But I found that everybody is very helpful and understanding, and I just feel that I'm not quite ready yet for everything, but I will be patient, and I'm sure that my friends will be patient as well.
Of course, yes, of course. What is your last word, last advice for your Christian colleagues and their thoughts about Islam? Would you like to actually encourage them to read the Quran and maybe to think about Islam genuinely and to consider Islam?
I think to try to get as much information about Islam as possible. There is in the world that we're living in today, here in Britain, there's so much demonizing of our faith for various reasons which we need not go into now. And it is time, I think, that Muslim people are able to tell people exactly what our faith is like.
Yeah.
It must be done. We must try and get more information on our television sets and radios instead of a lot of the rubbish that comes across. All right, there is some of this, but I don't think people are informed enough. I don't, and the thing, it's very difficult to get people, unless they get it in their heart, to change their religion, because there's so much anti-Muslim feeling that we're experiencing at the moment, which is bad.
That's good, yeah.
It's up to Allah and people like yourself
Okay, so maybe we come to the end of this short interview with Brother Jamil or Brother James, and maybe the message is clear for all our colleagues, Christian colleagues, maybe Jews and other faiths, to read the Quran, to read the word of Allah, and to see whether it inspires them, whether it leads them to the truth, and whether it leads them to tranquility and happiness in this life. Because we believe that there are grave consequences if people do not accept Islam, because obviously the Creator will not allow people to turn away from His guidance and from His words. So therefore it is an encouragement for everyone to consider Islam seriously, and hopefully we can see another new Muslim in the near future. Maybe not as old as Brother James, but maybe as young as maybe your grandchildren. Okay. Thank you very much. Jazakallah khair.
Well, I never prepared anything for this interview. They came straight from my heart, and which it's probably, people will probably think, will probably believe it's true, because an old man like me is unable to come out quite as easily as it has done with this interview with you. They come from the heart, and I hope it will have some good encouragement to people, maybe elderly people and younger people, to follow the true path to Allah, where we all have to go.